comedian.
What can you do?
Howdy. Let's give it up for Liv and Shayna. They're doing a good job. Very nice to be back for the first coffee house of the semester.
That's what it
Seeing a
is.
lot of new faces, which is excellent news. So it means I get to reuse some of my old jokes. For example. So it's my first time doing stand-up, and you know, they say in stand-up that you're supposed to start strong and you're supposed to end strong, which means I already fucked up. Alright, I'm sick of that. Let's do some new stuff. I hope you had good summers. I know I did. I spent my summer in Nepal. That's correct. You should do that. I was doing volunteer farm work, it's true, but the main reason I was in Nepal was to get some new material. And oh boy, did I. Like the first week I was there, something very sad happened where we found 3 dead baby chicks on the farm. It's very sad, I know. But then a couple hours later, I'm sitting in my room, and you know, it's about dinner time, and I hear a knock on my door, and it's Felix, the son of the host family I was staying with. And he goes, "Oh, Dylan!" You know, he's a kid, that's how he talks. He goes, "Oh, Dylan, are you a vegetarian?" No, I am not, I answer. Where is this going, I wonder? Because look, it was my first week there. I didn't know the protocol for finding dead animals, right? But no, luckily, dinner was not the baby chickens, no. No, it was just some hitchhiker they picked up that morning. But the thing is, well, they're not savages, come on. Don't be ignorant. I got bad hearing, man. It's hard for me to understand people sometimes. Like, I was working in the rice fields one day, and this woman I was working with comes up to me, and what I heard her say was, "Hey, you are very true." So I don't hear, so I go, "What?" And she says, "You're very true." So I don't hear again, so I say, "What?" She goes, "You're very true." So I try to repeat back what I heard and say, "I'm very true." She goes, "Yes, you're very true." So I did what any other self-respecting, anxiety-ridden person would do in that situation. I go, "Thanks, huh?" And I leave. But I sit down, I think about it for about 5 seconds, and I realize, oh, she said tired. So what basically happened was she said, "Hey, you look really tired. Maybe you should sit down and take a rest." And I said, "Who, me? Oh, you. Oh, stop it." Last 2 weeks of my trip, I was in Kathmandu, and I saw an ad for a college. And the college motto, right, the rallying cry, the source of pride that's supposed to bring the community together was, "One of the best colleges in Kathmandu." And I think that's a good system, man. I think we should adopt it. Because I feel like I'd be a much happier person if our motto was like, you know, Amherst College. That's pretty good. I mean, come here if you want, I guess. Or Amherst College, 4 out of 5. And you'd have some impassioned graduation speech that's like, "Faculty, staff, students, and parents. I'd like to begin this speech by exploring our college's motto, 4 out of 5. It served as a guiding light for our community for over 200 years. But ask yourself, what does it really mean? When I ask myself that, I find that it's a constant reminder to always be above average, but never excel at anything." I will say, I think the main thing I learned over my trip is that culture is a weird fucking thing, man. right? Because it's built of all these assumptions and things that we take for granted. There's all these questions about our culture that we really should be asking, but we don't realize that the questions are there because we've just, grown up with all these things. For instance, why is Waldo hiding from us? Seriously, nobody's talking about this. The media won't tell that? No. Look, people pick up these books and they're like, let me try to find Waldo. Why? Why are you trying to find him? Huh? There's a book talking to? Let me ask you a question. There was a book titled Where's the Nearest Bridge to Jump Off of? Would you listen to it? No. I don't think you would. But nobody's talking about this. And folks, let me tell you can count on me to tackle the real questions. I got a couple theories. One, he's really nervous. He doesn't like meeting new people. Look, Waldo, he wears striped sweaters, round glasses, and has a beanie on top of his poofy, side-parted hair. Every skinny white boy I know with an anxiety disorder has at one point looked exactly like Waldo. I don't have all the data in front of me, but it feels like there might be some kind of correlation there. 2, you, the reader, are a bounty hunter sent to track down and kill Waldo. Ooh. Look, I don't trust a motherfucker who's always smiling, and to me, Waldo seems like the kind of guy with a lot of skeletons in his closet. I'm not talking like a dinky dorm room closet, no, I'm talking like a luxury, pristine walk-in closet, with hardwood floors and one of those revolving shoe racks and shit. But no, the jury's still out on what Waldo's crimes really are. So you can get creative with this theory. Like maybe he's a prolific jaywalker. Surely that earns you the death penalty, right? Or maybe he's a serial killer and with every new victim he adds a new red stripe to his sweater. Or maybe he's simply just too dangerous to be kept alive. Folks, I don't know how well versed you are in the Waldo lore, but in some of the books, there are these kids called the Waldo Watchers. And their whole deal is that they dress up like Waldo and try to follow him around on all of his travels. And let me tell you, you gotta be pretty dangerous to convince thousands of children to abandon their families and dress like a fucking idiot every day. Either that, or you're the U.S. military. Ayo! Watch out, folks, this joke just became politically charged. No, but my third theory is that you, the reader, are actually hiding from Waldo. Isn't it weird that every time you find him, he's always already looking back at you with his beady, soulless, all-knowing eyes? I like this theory the best, man, because it's the most horror movie worthy, right? Like, because imagine, right? The movie starts, we're at a frat party, everybody's dancing, drinking, having a great time. The main character comes up to his friend and says, hey man, I got something that'll totally make this party lit on God. And his friend's like, what is it, man? Cocaine? Molly? No, man, I got this picture book. And this girl comes up, who later becomes the love interest of the main character in the third act. She comes up, and she's like, hey, Brad, is that Where's Waldo you got? Oh, I bet you couldn't even find him if you tried. And all her friends go, and then Brad's friend, Chad, he's like, yeah? Well, if he does find him, you have to show everybody in this party your tits. Yeah, he gets killed pretty much instantly. You gotta watch what you say in them horror movies, right? You say one off-color comment, but no, Brad's at it for a bit. He's looking, he can't fire him. All of a sudden he goes, oh, this shit's mid as fuck. I don't get it. Where is he? And you hear like, right behind you. And there stands our lovable friend Waldo, holding Chad's head on his spine. I don't know, I feel like that movie would take off, like from the makers of Where's Waldo comes Where's God? All right, you folks have been incredible. Thank you so much.